Before Texas joined the United States in 1845, law and order was more of a suggestion than a reality. The Republic of Texas was broke, its army was thin, and the wild frontier wasn't tamed by judges or politicians. It was tamed by men with guns and reputations. Among them was a group of rough riders known as the Texas Rangers. But in those days, they weren't the polished lawmen of Western movies. They were something closer to legal outlaws, hired to protect, but not always by the book. One story sums up the blurry line between hero and criminal better than any. In 1842, a man named Captain Jack Hayes, a young, fearless ranger, led a patrol across the Texas hill country. Rumors had spread that a band of Comanche warriors had taken captives from the German settlements near New Braunfels. But Hayes wasn't content to sit and wait for orders. He did what rangers did best. He acted. But as they scouted the hills, it wasn't Comanche that ambushed them. It was the Mexican army. You see, Mexico still refused to acknowledge Texas as an independent republic. To them, men like Jack Hayes were rebels and bandits trespassing on Mexican land. And that day, in a narrow canyon, near what is now San Marcos, a force of Mexican lancers trapped Hayes and his small band of rangers. They were outnumbered 10-1. The smart move was surrender. But Hayes never cared much for smart moves. He ordered his men to dismount, find cover, and fight. The Rangers, expert marksmen with their newly adopted Colt Patterson revolvers, unleashed a level of firepower the Lancers weren't prepared for. Muskets and lances were no match for six-shooters fired from behind rocks and mesquite. After a brutal 2-hour gunfight, the Mexican forces broke ranks and retreated. Hayes had turned an ambush into a victory. The Rangers lost only one man. The Mexican casualties were never officially recorded, but the canyon earned a nickname: Hayes Hollow. But here's where it gets interesting. When the news reached Texas government officials, Hayes didn't get a medal. He got a warning. Politicians feared that his unauthorized action could spark a full-scale war with Mexico, at a time when Texas could barely govern itself. Hayes was ordered back to Austin and told to stand down until further notice. But Hayes didn't listen, and neither did the Rangers. They continued their border raids, walk-the-line patrols, and vigilante justice long after treaties were signed. Depending on who you ask, they were Texas's first lawmen, or Texas's first outlaws with badges. So, why are the Texas Rangers remembered as heroes when they spent their early years being called bandits by Mexico, vigilantes by settlers, and even a problem by their own government? Is it because they brought law to the frontier, or because they wrote their own version of it? The truth, like Texas itself, isn't black and white.